day, fellow cooperators. MASS-SPECC Cooperative Development Center proudly presents this new talk show where we engage in spirited discussions with leaders and members of our sector about the significant role of co-ops in today's world and how we can collectively achieve our goal of inclusive and sustainable growth. I'm Carmel Neriditinko, your host, and welcome to CooperaTALKS, where cooperators talk about co-ops and more. And for today's program, CooperaTALKS presents Co-op is a Youth. So this is actually the second year of this flagship program of MASS-SPECC for the Mindanawon Youth to increase their awareness, appreciation, and involvement with the co-op movement. And with the help of our special guests today, we'll be learning the best practices of our young co-op leaders and cooperators in empowering and involving the youth in shaping our nation's future through cooperativism. But before I introduce them, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome our audience here live at the DevCom Lab Studio. And of course, to all our viewers at ang Zoom platform. Hello, hello, cooperators. Welcome. We hope that you'll gain some insights and be inspired to come up with your co-op initiatives for and by the youth. Without further ado, let me introduce you to our guests for today. Our first guest is a board member of the Youth Savers Club of Oro Integrated Cooperative. Let's all welcome Mr. April Jan Tangeres. And of course, we also have the youth coordinator of MSU IIT National Multipurpose Cooperative from Iligan City, Mr. Justin Bentoy. So welcome to CooperaTALKS. AJ, I can call you AJ, right? And Justin. Good day. No? So thank you so much for being with us here today. It is our pleasure to meet you both. Okay, so syempre, we'll be talking about our objective with karon is for our viewers to know your best practices in your youth development programs in your own respective cooperative. So I'll start with AJ. AJ, you're the board member of the Youth Savers Club of Oro Integrated Cooperative, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So can you explain to us or what exactly is the Youth Savers Club?
Youth Savers Club, ma'am, is youth program which allows youth to save their money, no? Our guardian co-op is our integrated cooperative.
So parang you're like a small co-op, a child co-op of Oro, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When did it start ba?
Youth Savers Club Laboratory Cooperative started as 2006 in Baongon branch.
In Baongon branch. And now, sa tanan na branches, you have the Youth
Yes,
Savers Club already.
in our 20 branches, we have Youth Savers Club.
Okay. So I believe that it's like the flagship program for the youth ninyo sa OIC, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Ah.
We have programs from womb to tomb, ma'am, and in between of that is the Youth Savers Club. And Youth Savers Club is very important, no, kay silbi mo ni siya ang gateway to saver, no, kay youths are very active and they are very passionate on saving
Correct.
because they know that they have a bright future if they save.
It's good though, as young as you are, you're already starting to save. So that's very good na ang Youth Savers Club of Oro Integrated Cooperative. How about sa MSU IIT and MPC, Justin, no? So you have this youth cooperative program as well, no? So how did it start ba sa MSU IIT?
It started before because there is already a need to the cooperative to have the youth sector already. So way back then, the members of the board created this youth sector, and then until today, we still keep it running. So basically, the main purpose of that youth sector is to train and financially discipline the students or the youth to be financially capable in the future. Aside from that, we have already also have programs for their leadership programs for the youth. So it's like it's not just into the savings side of business, but we also created future leaders in our society.
Correct, no? So, syempre, you'll be the next in line, no, sa tong mga co-op leaders. So, it's very important that as young as you are also, na-train na po ng inyong leadership skills. So, that's good, no? So, what are the other products or services do you have for your youth sa inyong co-ops? AJ.
OIC actually has two youth programs. First is the Youth Savers Club, which was founded in 2006, headed by our beloved CEO, Mr. Floriano Hilot. And the second is Aflatun program, which was adopted from NATCO. And as of now, we have successful 8 partnered school around Cagayan de Oro.
All right. I believe also MSU IIT and MPC is also part of the network sa Aflatun, right?
Yes, ma'am. We are also part of the network, and we currently running 22 partnered schools.
Okay. So, can you explain to us, unsa ba yung naana sa Aflatun? What is it if you are part of the Aflatun network?
Aflatun is different, no, kay we partnered school, and it is very nice kay mismo ang co-op na ang gaduol sa mga youth savers, which is very nice because we encourage those students to save their money and have the budget sa ilang baon, no, kay this will lead to a brighter future again, no.
Bali mo ra gina-teach ang mga students sa katon yung mga partner schools, no? Financial literacy na. Okay. Maybe you can add something.
Yes, ma'am. Actually,
Yes.
sa Aflatun Partner Schools na to, ma'am, they are really the community na among ginatagaan ng financial literacy. So, technically, special jud na ang Aflatun program because they are, the co-op will personally go to their school to get the collection, and then ang school, igor jud sila mo collect sa money, and then from the co-op na mo collect, dito na din sa branch padulong ilang savings.
Okay. So, and then same, no, with the Youth Savers Club. So, sa ko pa na-mention ka ganyan, it's like a parang child cooperative or a laboratory cooperative. So, the same with IIT, no?
Yes,
So, that's where your youth become savers, no, with that kind of program. So, you have this laboratory cooperative. So, for the benefit of our audience, no, nga wala pa kayo nakabalo, what is a cooperative laboratory cooperative?
Laboratory cooperative, no, is certified by Cooperative Development Authority. This allows the youth to operate many programs such as scholarships and many more. Also, this is in accordance of laboratory cooperative bylaws. Examples of these activities are General Assembly, webinars, trainings, and many more.
So it's really like parang you're following the governance and operations of a regular na cooperative. So
Yes,
you're also registered sa CDA?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So how do we establish a cooperative laboratory? Laboratory cooperative.
Actually, we establish the laboratory co-op through the Guardian Cooperative. So the Guardian Cooperative will initiate the program. Technically, it will be first they will create a bylaws which will be approved by the board of directors, and then it will be submitted to the CDA for accreditation, and then we will receive a certificate of recognition, and that means that we are already a laboratory cooperative.
All right. So bale, when all the requirements are already done, facilitated by your how do you call the cooperative? Guardian Cooperative. Oo. So, you can now start na dayon sa inyong youth cooperative. Ayan. So, for those wala pa yung mga laboratory cooperative, no, this could be a good model for you to come up with your laboratory cooperative. So, as of now, how many youth members do you have na ba sa inyong
Sa OIC, ma'am, we have over 35,000 members of our Youth Savers Club.
Oh, 35,000. So dagan-dagan na. How about sa IIT?
Sa IIT Co-op, ma'am, is for the laboratory co-op na youth is around last October 31 ni siya, updated yun ni siya, is 3,859 members.
All right. So daghan-daghan na yun, no? And it's good na with that number, magsugod yun from youth na financially literate na sila, and then later on. So from there, no, from your youth savers, mga pila pud ka percentage ka ha ang murag ni padayon until nga kanang syempre, legally age na sila to become a member of a co-op?
For us, ma'am, I don't have the exact data, but now we are really encouraging those youth members that are now 18 above na magpa-regular member kay nakasugod naman gid sila. Then why not continue to pursue their savings account?
About sa
Same
IIT?
as well, ma'am. We don't have really the accurate data if pila sila kabok. Pero we are encouraging the youth na to take a big step forward being a regular member. So by this program, they have already embodied the co-principal, and then also the financial literacy side, they're already creating a habit already of saving. So hopefully, encouraging everyone to mga youth will continue their cooperative support na to be a regular member in the future.
By the way, pila na yung edad sa pwede mahimong mahimo kang youth saver or youth member sa inyong lab, co-op lab?
For us, ma'am, as early as 7 years old, pwede na mo appeal, ma'am.
Until 18.
Until
18
18.
years old. Sa IIT, same ba?
Yes, ma'am. Our teen savers, ma'am, is from 12 to 18, and then for our kid is 0 to 12.
Alright, so from 0, pwede na po di ay may
Yes,
mong
ma'am.
member. Oh, that's good, no? Habang inyo pang mga baby pa yung mga anak, you can have it, you can have them as a member of the co-op na day yapon. So that's good, no? So, so you na-mention ninyo kaganihan, no, nga, di ba, after being a youth saver, ato sila i-encourage nga mahimo na yung regular member. So, in your case ba, how did you persuade or inspired or sa ba term ana nga kanang encourage your youth no to become part of the co-op movement? How were you able to do it?
For us, no, as a student, I really share my experiences na cooperative has teach me kay ako gyud I'm ang active member and beneficial kay siya sa ako kay just like now I have given the chance to speak, and this is a practice for me to prepare myself for the future, and that's why mostly pud sa akong friends, classmates, ma-encourage gyud sila magpa-member sa ako.
Alright. So how about naman kay Justine?
Actually, sa MSU, ma'am, we are encouraging everyone to be a youth member. So being a youth member is not technically savings. So we also have programs to entice other non-members na youth na to be a partner, to be a member of our cooperative. So we created programs, different activities, seminars to entice the youth really to join with us.
So speaking of mga programs or activities, no, what are I saw no na sa for example sa MSU IIT you have the Bright Ideas, Money Savings Vlog and mga can you elaborate further sa siya nga mga activities?
Actually, the Bright Ideas, it is an activity that we conducted before na the students from different schools can create a feasibility study or a product that will they will pitch it to them, and then from there we will support them in their products until na mas successful siya. And then second is the our money savings vlog. So we created activities for that. Technically, it's just a short video that will elaborate how to save money. And then other activities like mangrove planting, which is just this day, Saturday, 5:30 a.m. they conducted the so I just wanna say hi, sorry if wala. Pero actually the conduct yun may mangrove planting. It is a 5-month activity. It is our 4th month na karon, and then the next month is our 5th month na dayon na sa mangrove planting.
That's good, no? So, gina-involve na po nato ang youth sa environmental actions po nato, no? That's very good. So, how about sa OIC, di ba? You also have mga livelihood trainings na para sa inyong mga youth. Ano sa mga klase ng livelihood trainings?
To be honest, ma'am, no, our cooperative has successfully partnered Misamis Oriental General Comprehensive High School to have their youth entrepreneurship program. This was called Negosyantin, which allows teens to equip themselves on how to be an successful entrepreneur in the future. And this is very nice, no, kay long term ni siya nga program, and this is in lines of the TLE subject, specifically in home economics.
Home economic. So good. So from there po no, gakaano po ilahang livelihood skills, and of course kana siya very useful na siya when it comes to being part of the adult world na yun, diba? It's the real world. That's very good, no? But they also have ano no scholarship. I mean,
Yes, ma'am. We have this Piso Mo Edukasyon Ko. We have many beneficiary, and I'm part of the beneficiary, no? I'm also a scholar. This scholarship offers high school and college scholarships, and the money is from the cooperative, from the members of the
Members of the
cooperative. Yes, ma'am.
bali murag ginaunsa gyud na ninyo there's
We have drop box, ma'am. Silbi
drop box.
donations.
Donation box sa front lugar sa cashier nga
Every
table, no?
branches nami drop box.
Okay. So daghan pud kayo magsulod pod, no?
Daghan pud yun, ma'am. Inana ka
Ah.
supportive ang members sa
Oo,
cooperative.
okay, of course, syempre daghan kayo mo PMEK scholars,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
call them. All right. So that's so those are just some of the programs no or services nato sa ato ang mga youth nga pwede pod ma-replicate sa ato ang mga viewers pod, no. So wala ba kay pun mo naglisod no to encourage your youth sa pagsulod sa co-op?
For us, ma'am, naagid uban na maglisod yun tag-encourage, but from my experience, very active ang youth, and they are very willing and passionate to save money. Mo yung from my experiences, I really inspired them kay makita nila unsa pud ko ka-active, and they make me as a role model sa ila, no, kay many opportunities good ang mahatag sa co-op, and by cooperative they molded us to be a youth leader good.
Oh, that's very good, no. So kitang-kita naman gyud diri, no. Say giun sa pag-mold ka as a youth leader, correct. How about sa inyo ha, Justin, naglisod pud ba mo?
Actually, yes, ma'am. Recently, naglisod yun me kay tungkol sa pandemic, students, youth, they are really restricted to be going outside the class. So, karon recently lang po, we are really pushing next year for the youth membership na mo sa co-op. So, we have already programs for the next year, and then we also have special seminars for the youth that would encourage them to be a member also in the future.
Oh, so nagid no, di gyud na to malikay nagid tay mga problems or mga challenges. But we will talk about that later, no, because our discussion is really getting more interesting. Thank you so much, AJ and Justin. But for now, let's take a break muna. When we come back, we'll get to know more of their best practices and how their youth programs contribute to the UN SDGs, and of course, the challenges that they have encountered. Let's try to know them. So, please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Saving is an important part of financial independence. However, savings does not come naturally to most of us. But when we are young, it's hard to understand what's the real value of money and the value of thrift and saving mobilization. Greetings of cooperativism. I am Darwin Mandante, 22 from Maragusan, Davao de Oro, and a proud member of Maragusan Growers Multi-Purpose Cooperative, and this is my co-op hero story. Cooperative is not new to me since my grandfather is one of the founding members of this cooperative. My journey as a cooperator began when I became a member of Maragusan Youth Laboratory Cooperative, a cooperative intended for youth to practice the importance of savings, which was recognized by CDA under Magro MPC as its guardian cooperative. I started saving my money in the cooperative way back in my high school days. It was last August of 2011. Remember that Magro MPC had a marketing caravan with regards with its savings mobilization program for the youth in our school. And as a usual student na reaction, ning join ko or ning sabay ko kung unsa ang giapilan sa uban. During those times, my young self does not appreciate the essence and value of saving money. But still, I continue my savings in the cooperative sa pagkuha og portion sa ako ang daily nga baon, and also participate on various activities conducted by Magro MPC through its Maragusan Youth Laboratory Cooperative, such as the Summer Saya Art Workshop. These various workshops enhance my skills that up until today, I am able to use it for a cause. Sa pagdagan sa panahon, I never imagined from simply saving a small cost of money contributed a big impact sa akong kaugalingon karon. Ilabi na sa pagpadayon na pagdisiplina alang sa pagtigom og kwarta para sa akong umaabot nga kaugmaon. Today, I am serving the cooperative and its members. Currently, I am the Research and Development Officer, at the same time, the Marketing Supervisor of Maragusan Growers Multi-Purpose Cooperative. And for the last 2 years of serving the cooperative, I've seen how the cooperative mold the youth to participate in the cooperative movement, encouraging them to be self-reliant and attain economic development. Dr. Jose Rizal once said, "Youth is the hope of fatherland." But what he wants to say is that educated youth is the hope of fatherland. And for me, I can help strengthening my cooperative by utilizing my knowledge to spread the spirit of cooperativism. And as a young individual, I want to influence the minds of the younger generation that cooperatives like Magro MPC contributed much in the rapid economic growth, not only to me, to its members, but also to the whole locality of Maragusan. Amidst the global pandemic that we are experiencing today, the cooperative continues its mission of serving its members and the community. And as a youth, one way of addressing the new normal is to collaborate the cooperative plans in adapting the digitalization system, since technology is evolving in all aspects. Cooperatives are a reminder to the international community that despite this global pandemic, it is possible to pursue both economic viability and social responsibility. Hero ang co-op para sa ako at tungod kay I become a responsible youth and seek my own purpose. Tungod ni Magro, I live with cooperative values and principles. I am financially disciplined and gain leadership skills on what I have right now. Also, the cooperative become an avenue for me to reach out to the community and to continue my purpose in serving the people. I was able to experience and engage with people with different walks of lives and provide them programs through cooperative movement that help them achieve their own personal and economic development. As the beginning rays of the sunrise, the progress and development of Magro MPC began. The existence of Magro MPC will always be the roots and always be the starting point of its continuing progress and dedication to serve the people and enjoy better quality of life. This is Darwin Mandante of Maragusan Growers Multi-Purpose Cooperative nga nagaingon nga diri na ta sa Magro ang co-op nga moalagad kaninyo. Happy Cooperative Month! Daghang salamat ug I grow with Magro!
We're back. So the video that you have just watched a while ago was the grand winner of our My Hashtag Cooperative Story video competition last year. And good news, fellow young cooperators, because we'll be launching it again this year for you to showcase your video storytelling skills in promoting our co-op identity. So you'll get to know more about that later, no? So for now, let's resume our meaty discussion with our guests. So hello again, AJ and Justine, no? So going back, so kaganihan, no, we have presented some of your programs or services para sa mga kabatanunan sa inyong cooperative. So, of course, you have mentioned your youth development program. So, what can you share ba sa to mga audience na best practices in coming up or in terms of your youth development programs?
Sa OIC, ma'am, we conduct many programs, and atong pandemic, no, we push through gyud sa mga programs, especially need gyud atong mga interaction sa atong youth. During pandemic, we conducted many webinars. It's a series of webinars that teaching or equipping those young minds, no, for their future, no, good. Very helpful siya, especially sa ako kay mo gito siya ang the only way of interacting with other people during pandemic. Oh.
So it really parang ano gid nga bahalag pandemic, no, whatever yung kaning mga circumstances, pero ato gid i-push through ang atong program. So you did a webinar, of course. Sa
Yes, ma'am.
pandemic, di ba, murag nauso gid ang online
Yes,
yun nga
ma'am.
ano. So it's good, no, that you still push through with your programs through webinars. So sa mga klase nga mga webinars po
We have webinars, ma'am, personality webinars, personality development. Also, we have those different kind of webinars good about environment and many more. Tingnan pa gyud siya.
Alright. So as in murag regular siya nga webinars
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the youth.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So how about kay Justin? Sa may mga best practices po sa inyong mga youth development programs?
So before pandemic, we have a lot of activities we conducted before. So first is the leadership training, financial literacy, outreach program. So we really make sure before na ang mga youth will have participation on this event because ang youth committee mga it's like a community na ako estudyante ko, I want to be with them. So we need that kind of activity para naayod sila sa tuwa. At the motivation is there na darita sa youth co-op kay na mga activities na mahimo sila sa atong co-op. Aside from that, ma-enjoy sila sa activities at the same time they will also learn to be a leader in the future sa atong cooperative. So going back to the question, so ang mga best practices naman is we really conducted financial literacy every year. Just sadly last year, pandemic strike, so medyo nag-low-key sa may kadali sa mga activities because kids and youth kay restricted sila mo gawa sa atong gawa sa balay. So we just recently, last November 19, we conducted financial literacy. Among speaker ato si Ma'am Ging Nieva. So we have 40 participants from different schools, and then it is really a successful activity kay na-conduct yun face-to-face na financial literacy na seminar.
So that's good, no, na even if after the pandemic, I hindi ko siya after, no, but still you have continued pagyapon, no, of course ato ang mga youth. So isa pud bang best practice you can say na your youth leaders are the ones leading na mga activities? What examples of activities nga ang mga youth gud ninyo ang nag-leads activity?
Sa webinars, ma'am, no, we youth leaders have a big role in organizing those kind of activities. We encourage our co-youth members by doing text brigade na, uy, naatay webinars, very kay ni siya, beneficial kay ni siya para sa ato. Also, we have after karon back naman gyud ta sa mga face-to-face activities, we have activities months ago. We conducted tree planting activity in Kugman, and I'm also chosen to represent the whole youth committee of our cooperative there.
So you're the one who led, no,
Yes, ma'am.
the tree planting?
Yes, ma'am. Very important yun ang image sa youth sa cooperative kay silbi kami youth leaders are the chosen one to voice out for the whole youth committee sa amo ang cooperative.
So bali parang you are the representative, no, or the voice of the
Yes, ma'am.
youth. So it's very important, no, nga when you come up with your youth programs, ang mga youth pud ang lead, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Oo.
Very active gid among mga youth members, and one of the example is ako kay by conducting programs as a youth, I'm very inspired on joining yun. Yes, ma'am.
Very good, do. You're even if you're just grade 9, I believe,
Yes, ma'am,
tama,
grade
grade 9, but look at him, no? Naghanak kayo siya mga activities nga na lead. So that's a very good example. How about kay Justine?
Actually, among youth youth committee na mga members and then mga depositors is very active yun sa among co-op. Kay when we have activity, isa ra ka chat sa among group chat na mo confirm, na mo tabang, and then especially kana mga legwork sa preparing the activities, naadjud ang youth committee permi para mo assist sa mua. So ako na youth coordinator, mas na-inspired ko sa mo trabaho tungod kay active kayo yung mga youth members na mo.
So meaning napod mo yung mga representatives to the board of directors
Yes,
sa
ma'am.
inyo. So that's good. So more ginato no naagi representation sa youth sector sa board of directors, which is a very important nga position sa co-op, no, because they are the decision maker. So as young as you are already you are part of the decision making body of the cooperative. So that's one good practice, no, that I can say mao ginaasa to ang mga cooperatives. So in what way, Mampod, no, sa of course kanang all of us, all of the sectors should be contributing sa tuang UN or United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So what do you think are the contributions of your initiatives, no, sa ato ang UN SDGs?
In our cooperative, ma'am, OIC has been contributing to SGDs by conducting programs just like as I've said lately, no, we conducted tree planting activities, and in line of the poverty and education, we conduct quality education by atong scholarship sa high school and college, no, and also we have programs, outreach programs. We are adopting communities. We help them, and we go there, gift giving, and kuan yun, tudloan na mo sila og financial literacy. Yes.
Okay, so more likely dito gid mo naka-contribute sa poverty alleviation,
Yes, ma'am.
no, and quality education, and also sa climate action, like,
Climate
diba?
action,
Okay.
ma'am.
You're also doing the tree planting
Yes, ma'am.
activities as well. Sa IIT,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
We to align with the 17 SGD, so nara may pipila na i-align sa youth. So technically, how do you call it, ma'am? The poverty alleviation.
poverty alleviation.
Actually, through the financial literacy na to na seminar and training, it would really help the families, the youth. Dili yun siya ingon specifically sa youth, pero sa ato tanan na we will have financial discipline sa atong finances. So by that also, mo chain reaction nila siya na makatabangan din to sa uban, and then at the same time, like sa climate change, so we are like what I said kanina, now we have mangrove planting, and then it's a 5-month long activity, karon ika 4th month, and then the next month will be a last one. So hopefully there would be a more activities that would help our environment.
So, ayan, no? So, those are just some of your activities that can contribute, no, or help sa pag-achieve nato sa tuang UN SDGs. And I hope that you will continue to look for other initiatives po, no? And kana, it's very good nga makuha po nato ang unsay mga suggestions po from the youth, di ba? Correct. So, good job, no? And hopefully you'll move forward sa inyong mga initiatives. So, as I've mentioned po kaganihan, no, kato what's sa bagay mga other challenges pud ba nga inyong kaka-encounter with your youth development programs?
The main problem, ma'am, no, is the sustainability and participation. Kay not all youths have the silbi kaya to participate, especially sa webinars. But luckily, our cooperative is very helpful good kay when they conducted seminars, muhatag yun sila og mga allowances, and I'm very proud to say gyud na our cooperative is very willing to help the youth, and but we are facing many problems gyud, di man gyud nato na malikayan, pero as long as we unite, we are here, the board members, the officers, we are here to encourage the youth members to participate in our activities and programs.
Right, very good. How about kay Justin sa may mga challenges po?
So our challenges, it's really communicating with the youth, especially katong mga youth namo na dili kay namo makita na active in terms of activities, pero in terms of kana mag-deposit sila sa ilang accounts, active sila, pero hopefully that problem namo na by the communication namo padulong sa ilaha will also be addressed namo next year siguro. So hopefully next year dagan-dagan na namong youth na makuha sa among youth program, then hopefully we could create a lot of activities, seminars, and outreach programs para sa atong community.
Alright, so sa ako pa, tama to ingon ni AJ, no, digid malikayan ng mga challenges nga ma-encounter nato, and one of the challenges yun is the sustainability, di ba? But of course, sa ato as a co-op, di ba, we are the value of self-help, and good thing nga sa ako pang naingon kaganiha nga as young as we are, you already have the ma-embed na pud ta sa values and principles sa co-op, no? And kana mo na gyud ang roles pud sa to ang guardian cooperative, no, to help muna to para masugdan, no, ang ato ang mga youth programs and to empower our youth for them to be able to na-achieve po doon sa ilahang mga goal. And tama kay itong ingon ni AJ, no, nga one thing that we can overcome those challenges is to work together, di ba? We share and grow together mo na ato ang tagline sa MASS-SPECC. And isa po, kato na-mention po nato no kaganiya, no, tong challenges sa, isa po sa challenge nato is kanang maingganyo gid ang youth. No, that's why this for example, this talk show, this is one of our initiative po no nga hopefully we can inspire and we can motivate ang ato ang mga youth po no to be part of the co-op movement because sa ato pang naingon no it's kumbaga it's really good to be part of the co-op movement, correct? No, how is it by being part of the co-op movement?
Very
Mga-
fulfilling, ma'am.
Very fulfilling.
Kay seeing the cooperative grow and many youth members are going, no, I'm very proud na part pod ko sa nag-encourage sa ila na magpa-member sa cooperative.
Ayun, that's very good nga parang kita mismo we're proud yun ana nga we're part of the co-op movement. Kay Justin naman.
So sa co-op, ako proud ko technically aside from being a youth coordinator for the last 7 years being a co-op employee, it is really lahi siya feeling, lahi siya accomplishment if naka sa co-op. Kaya ang co-op man gud mura siya na self-growth bitaw na you will really develop something in the co-op na wala nimo na foresee sa una na ma-develop.
Yes, especially nga sa eskwela pa ka wala.
Sila pa ka. Yeah, so sa kuha, ang co-op is really a blessing in disguise. Kay I'm really happy I'm with the cooperative principle, co-op movement na to na to elevate na poverty in the future, to help members na makakuan sa ila, especially karon na nata sa CoopTALKS, so is ga-focus sa youth. So I'm really happy na sa akong small part sa gibuhat ako sa co-op, it would inspire others to be a member sa co-op, and then aside from that to be a leader in the future sa atong co-op.
Very well said. Thank you so much, AJ and Justin. So, ana gidunta no, hopefully even with this very small initiative na to nga talk show karon, we can inspire others to be part of a co-op movement because again, it's really good to be part, no, to be a member of a co-op. So, sa katong mga dili pa member sa co-op, magpa-member na mo sa inyong co-op. And isa po rin na value po nato sa co-op, no, we are not competing with each other. One of our six corporate principle is cooperation among cooperative. So we cooperate. So dili taga-compete. So bisan asa nga co-op basta as long as you are near that vicinity of the co-op or kung unsay madito ninyo makuha ang inyong needs no sa co-op na inyong pwede mo mahimong member. Okay, so at this point perhaps we have a question. I believe we have a question from our Zoom platform. So dating mga questions po from our Zoom, no? Sa ang viewers sa Zoom. Okay, let's try to see if naabatay question. So while waiting sa question, again, no, kaganiha, we have mentioned that we have the My #Cooperative Story video competition. So hopefully, ang atong mga young cooperators, it's also one initiatives nato, no, nga ma-inspire po ng ato ang mga kabatanunan to tell their stories, their own co-op stories. Okay, so now we have our questions sa Zoom. All right, so anyone sa to ang guest can answer. How can the youth best contribute to the success of their cooperatives? Ayan. Sige, AJ.
Participation yun, ma'am, no? Participation is very important in our cooperative, especially as youths. Kay we are just starting and without youth, kulang yun ang cooperative. Kay in this time, in this society, youths are very active, very participative in any aspects, no? So, youths, lahi pod ang idea sa youths. We have creativeness and we are artistic. So, very helpful siya sa cooperative, especially now, no? Grabe, this is one of initiative yun nako as a youth leader.
Ayun, thank you very much. How about Justin?
Yes, ma'am, ang youth is really the isa siya sa part sa success sa co-op kay at least ang youth manggod is madunggan ilang tingog sa governing body which is the board of directors. So it is another perspective on how to do business through youth. And then at the same time, the youth is the future of the cooperatives to be a regular member and also being the future leaders sa atong cooperative.
Correct. No? So di ginato kalimtan ato mga youth kay you'll be the next in line, di ba? If wala ang youth, wala makakontinue, di ba? Of course, we come and go here sa ato ang kalibutan. So the youth is ika nga ni Dr. Jose Rizal, di ba? Ang kabataan, ang pag-asa ng bayan. So the same with our co-op movement. So you'll be the next co-op leaders. Pohon. All right. So do we still have a question from Zoom? No, so it's good. Okay. So napagiday tayo questions. Mga around, we have 4 questions from Zoom. So our second question from our viewer is that, what are the benefits of the youth participation in the cooperative? So the mga benefits when you sa mga kabatanunan, no, if you participate in the co-op.
So as Sir Justin said, no, tsada gid if na participation ang youth kay our voice will be heard, no, throughout the whole cooperative. So it is very important yun na we have participations in any programs, especially in our cooperative as one whole community.
And then na-mention po nimo kaganihan, no, nga like for example, you are a scholar of the kanang sa co-op,
Yes.
sa PMEK. So how about isa po to siya nga mahimong kumbaga benefits, no, of sa participating in the cooperative. And then kato po, of course, di ba, katong financial literacy, di ba,
Yes, ma'am.
katapang po sa inyo, ha?
Grabe, ma'am.
Oo, sige. How about Justin, maybe?
So add up na lang ka Sir AJ ma'am. Actually ang youth na to, ang mga benefit yun nila is technically sila jud ang maka-experience sa mga seminars, training, sila jud ang mga recipients sa ato mga activities sa co-op.
Okay. And isa po, no, kana like sa savings club, no? So with the the co-op, makatuon na sila og save, di ba? Then from ako gani kutong supposedly bata pa unta ko kabalo pa lang ko sa co-op, daghanon ta kay kog savings day karon, no? Because it's good nga kung mag-save man gani sa co-op na lang i-save, no? Kaysa itago lang nimo sa imong wallet nakasuksok. So that's kaning mga benefits, no, one of the benefits that we can have sa cooperative. So I think we have another question. What's the next question from Zoom? Ayan, medyo taas-taas niya tong question. In your opinion, how should cooperatives address intergenerational communication gap between the youth and aging co-op members or leaders? How can we inspire co-ops to be more open to engage with the youth in our communities? So, isa ng mga challenges po na tong mga generation gap daw. So how can the co-ops address this communication gap between the youth and the aging co-op members or leaders? And how can we inspire co-ops to be more open to engage with the youth in our communities?
Okay, for me this question is very good kasi we are a cooperative, so diverse din siya na age bracket, so na yung mga medyo tiguang na yung mga batanon. So ang gap na to ani sa youth o sa mga elders na lang, the youth will help assist the elders through the technology. So by there, kung ang youth will ilang mapasabot ang mga elders sa ato na ang technology is a good thing, also dili siya ingon na pag-happy-happy lang. It is also a way of us na to communicate with others, to inspire others through the technology. So ang youth o ang elder, ang tunga nila is ang ako, kita. So kana siya na gap is will fill in na kanina generation to generation will help each other to succeed sa atong plano sa atong cooperative. So ang youth is really a big step forward sa atong decision making sa co-op in the future.
Correct. So murag dapat natin to complement with each other sa to ang mga own capacity. For example, sa youth, more on the technology, but also di po nato kalimtan ang wisdom sa ato ang mga aging co-op members, di ba, and leaders. So that's good kana to complement with each other. All right. So AJ, basi na kay gusto may kadugang?
I really agree with Sir Justin, no. It is important communication yun ang kuan ani main kung unsaon pag-connect sa mga aging cooperative members and sa amo ang youths. So again, unity gyud ang kailangan ani.
So ano lang yun, open communication po.
Yes, ma'am.
Communicate po nato sa to ang mga sa tong guardian co-op for example. Unsa po ato ang ano, and good thing na natay mga youth representatives sa board because that's a purag first step gyud nato no nga madunggan ang tingog sa kabatan-unan. All right, and we have one last question from Zoom. Ay, wala. Muna na itong last, sorry. All right. So, thank you so much to all our Zoom participants, no, and for your questions. And we do hope that you were able to get the answers you were looking for. So, before we end our program today, AJ and Justine, do you have any last message for our viewers and how they can improve or start their own youth cooperative youth development programs?
I just want to say thank you no sa Co-optalks for having us here. For all the cooperatives out there, don't forget to communicate to your youth members no. Kay we are being encouraged if namoy communication sa amo, inyo ming encourage and also establish many programs. Kay by that programs, youths are being participated and I know youths are very active and willing gina sila na muapil ana ng mga programs.
All right, thank you so much. How about Justine?
Siguro ako lang mag-give start small, create activities that would entice non-youth members na mapa-member sa tuwa. So like we talked kanina na activities like financial literacy, outreach program. So if you can create that sa inyong co-op, ginagmay lang, it would really entice youth co-op, mga youth, non-youth members to be a member of our youth cooperative.
All right, very well said. So those are the closing statements ato ang guest. So kato no, hopefully that our cooperators, especially sa itong mga co-op leaders, will really listen no to the voice of our youth. And thank you so much no for sharing sa inyong mga experiences and insights about coming up with your youth development program sa cooperative. So hopefully sila po na ma-inspire po no sa katong inyong mga gipang share sa ato ang guest or sa ato ang audience. All right, so thank you very much, AJ and Justine, for sharing with us your time and stories of success to help our youth in the co-op movement. And congratulations to both of you and keep up the good work. All right, okay, so wow, that was quite a run. We're almost at the end of our program, and I do hope you know that you have gained a lot of insights and were inspired by today's discussion. And now, before we proceed to the end of our program today, as I have mentioned a while ago, we'd like to invite all our young cooperators to showcase your skills in storytelling your own #cooperative story. So to know more about this, let's watch this. So for more information on how to join the My Hashtag Cooperative Story video competition, you may visit our website www.mass-spec.coop. All right, so I think it's now time to wrap up the show. Thank you so much to our audience on site no, and on live sa Zoom platform for joining us today. And especially to our guest Gania, si AJ and Justin. Thank you so much for sharing your time and of course your best practices in your youth programs. Hopefully, daghan dito natunan, no? And for those wala pa yung mga youth programs, this could serve as your inspiration or guide later on para sa inyong program. Always remember, we can all achieve our co-op movement vision of all members enjoy better quality of life by sharing and growing together. Until our next CooperaTALKS, I'm your host, Carmel Neri Ditinco. Good day, everyone.